Universal Parenting Clinic is the show, the real show. Join me, let us enjoy it together this week, and don't forget to subscribe.
Parenting Without Tears, just what I was looking for.
Parenting Without Tears. I've got my copy. Get yours now.
Welcome to this week's edition of Universal Parenting Clinic. On this show today, I'll be discussing the importance of self-discipline in parenting. As a legal practitioner, I'm very familiar with this saying in law that you cannot give what you don't have. That also applies to parenting. Before you can talk of having a well-disciplined child or parenting one, you yourself must be well-disciplined. Self-discipline is a very important attitude every parent must have to become an excellent parent. As I stated in one of the introductory topics, your child is most likely to be your true copy, your exact copy, your perfect copy, your photocopy, your carbon copy, or your real copy. Self-discipline refers to the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses. Several people have serious attitudes to self-discipline. In life, as you grow, you will discover that it is easier to have someone correcting you in the form of a parent or senior sibling in their bid to maintain disciplined and correct behaviors, especially when they discovered negative habits and unacceptable behaviors in several aspects of your life. Though in reality, several children and even grown-ups find it painful and unacceptable whenever someone tries to correct them to maintain standard in their behaviors. As you will discover, it is a great opportunity and a privilege to have someone who cares trying to put you right. Not everyone will tell you your faults or areas where you need to check or control. It takes special love and care to do that. It becomes a more difficult experience, however, when you are saddled with the responsibility to discipline yourself as a person. Unfortunately, many people find it difficult in life to exercise the required level of self-discipline or maintain the right attitude to self-discipline. To say the truth, it is more difficult to identify your faults and accept that something is wrong in certain behavioral patterns you are exhibiting personally. Sometimes you may also be fortunate to have honest friends and relations pointing out your shortcomings. Then your reaction to such friendly correction or advice will determine how disciplined you are.
Universal Parenting Clinic is the show, the real show. Join me, let us enjoy it together this week, and don't forget to subscribe.
Parenting Without Tears, just what I was looking for.
Parenting Without Tears. I've got my copy. Get yours now.
Occasionally, religious leaders, friends, relations, associates, your spouse and family members, it could even be your children, they may touch certain areas where you may need to purge yourself of bad habits and attitudes. Reflect on such area and work on it. Reflect on your own actions regularly always. The number one factor in self-discipline is the realization or acknowledgement of that specific fault or weakness that must be corrected or controlled. Another equally important step towards self-discipline is the realization of the steps to take towards controlling or stopping the identified areas. As an example, if you realize your temperament is becoming uncontrollable and you are becoming increasingly temperamental and angry towards everyone, commence ways of putting your temperament in check and under control. Otherwise, it is difficult to prevent a child parented under that atmosphere from being temperamental, aggressive, grumpy, unnecessarily quarrelsome, and argumentative. The next step is to put a plan in place to checkmate and control the anomaly in furtherance of the identified steps to take. If you are now convinced that you want to control your sexual excesses, lies, drug misuse or abuse, betting, laziness, and several other negative habits, including pride and quarrelsome habits, then you need to set plans towards eliminating such character traits in your personal life by different approaches aimed at maintaining a well-disciplined you. You need to do that before passing such habits over to the child you are parenting. Self-discipline is not an easy action, but one that must be embraced. To achieve the desired results, you need to remain focused to your decision to stop or correct any bad habit you aim to correct, despite tempting pressures to revert back to such practice. It is also very important that you remain committed to your action plan. You may have to set boundaries to stop bad eating habits, and that involves major sacrifices too. You need a high degree of self-denial, sacrifice, and self-control to restrict temptations luring you into repeating such faults. You also need to prevent yourself being dragged along by peer groups. You may also need to abstain completely from exposing yourself to the things of friends or even circumstances that are capable of stimulating the performance of such things you aim to control. Please learn to control or stop all perceived bad behaviors in your lifestyles, possibly before becoming involved in parenting, and also in your daily parenting life, even when involved with parenting, by subjecting yourself to necessary self-discipline before it is too late and before serious unwarranted damages have been done to that child. Don't forget the fact that if you cannot eradicate your bad behaviors by self-discipline, the possibilities of preventing the child, your child, you are parenting from falling victims to such behavior is not guaranteed, because children pick up bad habits so easily, and your child will learn from practical experience of your behaviors. I thank God for my parents. They made it too easy for me to learn a lot in life with their self-disciplined lifestyles. I didn't need to struggle with managing or coping with drunkenness, lies, theft, fighting, laziness, pride, and several other vices in life, because they maintained high degree discipline and self-control not to do such things, as they maintained such legacies of righteousness and holiness for me to emulate. And it was so easy for them to teach me too. You too can set good example for your child in self-discipline from now. Remember this fact. It is difficult to checkmate your child for laziness if you are addicted to being lazy. It is near impossible to ask your child not to drink if you cannot be disciplined to stop it, and if you litter the house with assorted dangerous drinks. It is almost impossible to prevent your child from lying if you are a chronic liar. It is impossible for you to breed a child in holiness except by divine grace if you dwell and operate in sinful habits always. If you are proud by nature, pride may be an adopted birthright of your child. In all of this, your child is simply being you. Please maintain proper self-discipline in life. It will suit you and will make your children a success. Don't forget this. Bring your child up to embrace proper self-discipline in life too. Thanks to our numerous friends on Facebook who are watching our show passionately. Thanks also to those who have subscribed to our YouTube channel freely. Thanks to those who have bought their copy of the book, Parenting Without Tears. I also want to thank those who regularly presses the thumb up button and those who always ensure they leave comments after watching our YouTube show, and to those who always send feedbacks to us regularly. I do hope sincerely that you too will join this group of people today. Please subscribe now. Press the button now. It's free. Share this message to support others and follow us too on other social media platforms. That's the show this week on Universal Parenting Clinic. I believe strongly that through this Universal Parenting Clinic and with proper understanding of the book, Parenting Without Tears, together, we all can promote wellness in families and in the world. We can stop the tears from children, parents, and families. We can kick racism, fraud, incivility, corruption, wickedness, several addictions, violence, and the series of antisocial behaviors out of all families and the whole world. And at the same time, we can promote all the positive desires and aspirations towards the well-being of the children, parents, and the world at large. Till I come your way again next week, by God's grace, I am the parenting advocate in the house, Michael Gbenga Bibilari, MGB, Mr. Parenting. Be a self-disciplined parent. Think parenting. Be positive in parenting. Talk parenting. Be passionate about parenting. Don't just be a parent. Stop posturing. Be a responsible parent. A real parent. A parent indeed. Parent well.